Welcome to Wire Management with Unirac E-BOSS. This video will show you how to quickly install simple, long-lasting, problem-free wire management. We'll start with an overview of wire management, why it's so important, and clearly define its scope. Then, we'll discuss rooftop wire management best practices, split into 3 different sections: conduit, junction box, and array. The ultimate purpose of wire management is to preserve life and property by preventing conductor damage. Damage leads to electrical faults, which put customers at risk and shorten the life of the arrays. PV system electrical faults present unique risks with a high potential for damage. In some systems, a high voltage DC arc can run as long as the sun is shining. In addition to protecting customers, quality wire management protects installation businesses. A failure, like a tiny wire down on the roof, can have a costly negative impact on a business. Here's a chart that shows the work required to fix an issue and the potential cost based on when the problem is discovered. If a downed wire is caught after installing a row of modules, it's a simple fix. Just reach under the module and secure the wire. If the entire array is installed, it's more complicated. Now, if it goes all the way to final inspection, the inspector could fail the job. That can create costs of a service call, re-inspections, damage to the business reputation, and the final payment from the customer could be delayed. The most dangerous and costly scenario is when a failure is not caught by final inspection, or if it happens sometime after final inspection. The issue often goes unnoticed as ongoing wind movement or thermal expansion pushes the wire against abrasive or sharp surfaces. This causes electrical faults, production loss, damage to property, along with the cost of service calls. But with the right equipment and best practices, you can be sure you won't have any issues for the life of the array. And these best practices need to be used throughout the entire system, from the first module across the array, through the junction box, conduit, and to the point of interconnection. At Unirac, we saw a need for better wire management, both in the array and across the roof. And that's where our E-BOSS product family is focused: array, junction box, and rooftop conduit. So let's talk about best practice for each of these 3 categories of wire management, and I'll show you our solution for each. Starting with rooftop conduit. Per the National Electric Code, EMT conduit needs to be supported every 10 feet and within 3 feet of every termination. On a sloped roof, those supports should be mechanically fastened to the roof deck. If the mounts are not properly fastened, conduit will break loose, come apart at the joint, and expose the conductors to damage. Mechanically fastening means penetrating the roof membrane, and that penetration has to be waterproofed. And because we want those penetrations to last as long as the rest of the array, they need to be protected in the same way as the array mount, with flashed penetrations. The most important best practice of all: keep it simple. This means low part count, few install operations. For example, most installers use a combination of 3/4 inch and 1 inch conduit, and they mount to the roof or the rail depending on the project and the application. So you'll want a conduit mount that adapts without having to deal with multiple mounts or having the wrong one on site. The Unirac conduit mount checks all of these boxes, and it can help you implement these best practices. It's mechanically fastened, waterproofed with a Flash Kit Pro connection, and it's backed by Unirac's 25-year warranty. Most importantly, it's simple and versatile. The same part accommodates 3/4 inch or 1 inch conduit, and it uses the same flashing as the array. Many of these best practices for mounting rooftop conduit translate directly to mounting junction boxes. It should be a long-lasting, mechanically fastened, waterproof, flashed connection. Again, it should be simple to make your job easier and reduce the opportunity for error. Depending on the project, junction boxes could be placed under the array or next to it, so you need a mount that does both. And there is an additional consideration here that is very important. If you mount a box in a way that is not approved by the manufacturer in their install guide, you're voiding the UL listing, which is then violating code and voiding any manufacturer's warranty on the box. Mounting tabs on the outside corners is an example of these specified locations. So you want to use a mount that allows you to attach fasteners through these approved mounting points. Different projects require different junction box sizes, so you'll need a mount that can adjust to various mounting patterns and various box sizes. We've made sure to design a J-box mount that does all of this well. It's mechanically fastened with a retention tab that locks it into place and secures to box's mounting points with tech screws or machine screws. It's waterproof because it piggybacks onto a rail or a flashed L-foot, and it's backed by Unirac's 25-year warranty. It's also super simple, and it adapts to a wide range of boxes and mounting patterns, so you can use the same mount for all your projects while still securing boxes at the manufacturer-approved mounting points, preserving listings and warranties. Now, wire management in the array. The first thing to consider is the parts you're using. The materials need to be long-lasting, especially when using anything plastic. Make sure it is solar rated and backed by a warranty to show it will last the life of the array. There are plenty of products out there that are UV rated or solar rated, but have a very short warranty period and just are not meant to last the 25-year life of the average array. If using wire clips, they're designed to hold specific sizes and quantities of wire. An oversized clip may hold the wire short term, but over time it will slip out. Another feature to watch for, especially on module frame clips. Use clips that allow the opening to be oriented opposite the direction of wire tension. You want tension pulling the wire into the clip, not out of the opening. When routing the wire, stay away from sharp edges and don't exceed the bend radius. A good visual rule of thumb is to not bend it tighter than the radius of a golf ball. The most important best practice here is to support the wire. Prevent it from sagging and contacting the roof, but do so without excessive tension. Here's why. Wire, like conduit, expands and contracts with temperature changes. If you're installing on a hot day, the wire is longer. When the temperature drops, the wire shrinks and tension increases. If the tension is already high, it will become excessive. That can cause a few different things to happen. The wire can pop out of clips. If the wire is secured with high-strength zip ties, the ties will stay in place and the wire will get tight enough to cause internal damage. Some regions of the country have 100+ degree summers. During the install, the wire is laid on the roof, heating it up and expanding it even more. And then in the winter, temps can be well below zero and the wire dramatically shrinks. The tension can get so high that connectors are pulled apart. So it's a careful balance of supporting the wire, preventing sag, but doing so without excessive tension. Now there's two primary methodologies to accomplish this. The most prevalent is interval support, which is placing attachments like clips or ties every so often along the rail or module. This leaves the wire totally unsupported between attachments. This unsupported span introduces the possibility of wire sagging, contacting the roof, or pulling loose from attachments. And it's the whole reason that tension is required, and really the root cause of most wire management failures. Here's what interval support looks like in a wire management study. An analysis by the Cadmus group found that 25% of installs had poorly protected conductors, and 30% of those systems had experienced electrical faults. Now, it is possible to do things right with interval support, but this method is inherently fickle, difficult, slow, and complicated. There is another methodology that is much more reliable. It's called continuous support, which is supporting the entire length of the wire. This makes sagging and touching the roof physically impossible and takes away the need for tension. It eliminates the root cause of most wire management problems. Continuous support is what Unirac knew we needed in our wire management system, and that's what we built into SolarTray. SolarTray secures wires with continuous support for the ultimate protection from loose wires, damaged conductors, failed inspections, and service calls. It's quick, professional wire management for any solar mount installation. The continuous support wire channel is made from a UV stable polymer, warranted for 25 years, protecting cables and connectors for the life of the array. It can handle combinations of various cable sizes, and it holds connectors. It supports wire runs both parallel and perpendicular to the rail. The spring action wire catch grips and tensions wires as they are inserted into the tray, and supports the entire length of cables in the tray. Changing wire management from slow and tedious to high-speed drop and go. Place the tray, drop in the wires and connectors, and go. Here's a simple example of an array layout and sample bill of materials for solar tray. One rail tray per module, one bridge tray for each module in an up run or north-south wire run. On most arrays, you can also say one bridge tray per row of modules, and 2 bridge clips for each bridge tray. And that's solar tray, part of Unirac's E-BOSS product family. So remember, wire management extends beyond the array. Unirac E-BOSS is the comprehensive solution for rooftop wire management. Solar tray, J-box mount, and conduit mount help you install high-quality wire management that will protect conductors, keep your install operating, and customers safe for many years to come.